Hey folks, BlackCross and Dal Marr back with Kingdom Hearts.
I can't stop waving, man. Oh gosh!
Are you quite done?
Yes, I'm done. Let's go to the Badlands. This is the Badlands. I hate to see what the good lands is like.
Oh dear God.
Well, I'm in a peppy mood, okay? At least I'm more alive than it was last recording, I will admit.
Well, that's good.
Mickey!
We meet again, boy.
Oh goody, you get to find out the origin.
Oh, him? Or Ventus?
Ventus.
Oh. Oh dear, I'm scared.
Master. Xehanort.
Might want to give him some Tylenol.
Ah, yes. So you're starting to realize what you lost. Oh, but not for good. You had to lose in order to find. Now it can all be yours again if you only reach out and take it. Reclaim the part that left you. Clash with him. Pure light against pure darkness to forge the ultimate key. The all-powerful Key Blade!
Blade.
Not the key blades you and I carry. Key, the most ancient metal. Some
Wait,
say
isn't
die,
that...
but the meaning
You're
is
starting
the
to piece it
same.
together, aren't you?
Death, a letter that spells endings.
And I have the power to make it.
Correct. Ericus knows it too. He knows exactly what you are.
The Master?
Haven't you ever wondered why he never granted you permission to leave his side, to grow stronger? Ericus was frightened of you. If you were to learn the truth, realize what you are, he never trusted you. Why else would he keep you within his sight at all times?
That was dangerously close to his nose.
He never let me see other worlds. No matter how much I asked.
Go! Ask the man yourself. Learn the truth. And remember, you have a greater purpose.
Mickey's just leaving happily.
Yeah, pretty much he's not
Hey,
that
this is a fun roller coaster. But that X, it's like something from Organization 13.
There you go, Daniel. See? It's all piecing together, isn't it?
No, I'm still confused. What does the X have to... What does Organization 13 have to do with like the Chi blade or whatever?
What am I? What has the Master been keeping from me all this time?
He'll find out for himself.
Is that what explains what the Organization 13 and this Keyblade Xehanort's trying to build?
Basically, all that part will be explained within Dream Drop Distance. I promise you on that much. But you see the X and how Xehanort is connected to the organization.
Right, with his nobody Zemnis.
Bingo.
But yet the nobodies isn't made yet.
Not yet, no.
But he's already envisioned what it is gonna be. Am I correct so far?
Yeah. He's already had it all planned from the very beginning.
Okie dokie.
As this part will tell you otherwise.
The little hamster in my will is needing a snack, so...
It's gonna need more than a snack. It's gonna need a nap.
Ventus, you're alone? I thought Akko would... Well, what matters is that you're home. You don't belong outside this world yet. You need to stay here, where you can learn...
In your prison?
What?
That's your excuse. For keeping me imprisoned here, isn't it?
What did you hear?
That I'm supposed to be some weapon. Some kind of keyblade.
I knew it. Xehanort. He could never let it go. Wait, Xehanort. There is a reason the precepts bar us from such knowledge. Why do you seek the Keyblade? Would you blanket all the worlds in darkness? Reduce them to nothing?
The darkness did cover the world once, in legend. We know so little about the Keyblade War. Only that it was just the beginning. Amidst that crisis, a precious light was found. It is a curious tale, and one worth exploring. They say ruin brings about creation. So what then would another Keyblade War bring? When the darkness falls, will we be found worthy of the precious light the legend speaks of? I must have these answers. The Keyblade needs to be forged, and with it the door to the Keyblade War unlocked.
Fool. You would risk an apocalypse out of sheer curiosity? I will never allow it, Xehanort. Not while I live!
But once again, you have it all wrong, Ericus. Darkness is a beginning, you see, not an end. At birth, every one of us emerges from darkness into a world of light, do we not?
Poetic excuses. If words won't dissuade you, only one thing will!
Yeah, he caused those scars.
Power! Has the darkness taken you, Xehanort?
Not your concern.
Okay, even though after that he's still allowed to be part of Terra and Aqua's test?
He sent out a letter saying that he apologized for everything, when in reality he didn't
Had the
apologize
chance
at
to
all.
Stop him and couldn't do it. But I will not fail again.
And that's where we end up here.
Oh, I remember this! This is where he's about to kill him! And
Yeah.
then Terra comes in!
Keyblade has no place in this or any world. Xehanort has made his purpose clear. I am left with no choice. Forgive me, but you must exist no more.
Ben!
What?
Master! Have you gone mad?
Terra! I command you, step aside.
Deja vu, ain't it?
You will not.
Yes, it is!
Why do all my attempts to reach you fail? If you don't have it in your heart to obey, then you will have to share Ventus's fate.
Enough, Terra! He's right!
Quiet!
Terra!
You may be my master, but I will not let you hurt my friend!
Has the darkness taken you, Terra?
Wait, Terra!
And that's where the deja vu ends. Bye bye! Oh, but all of a sudden.
Dan's like, wow, we're back here?
Then again, I wasn't really expecting him to take him back to Badlands. Whoa. Okay, the TV was acting kind of weird there.
Terra!
Going somewhere?
Peekaboo.
I'm through with you.
Well, I'm just getting started with you. You're strong enough now to fulfill your purpose. So what are you waiting for? Join with me, right here and now. Become the Keyblade.
No. I won't do it. He told me the only way the Keyblade can be forged is if you and me fight. Well, guess what? I'm not fighting.
You used to be too broken to talk back.
Heartless?
Yeah. Summoned by Xehanort.
Please don't do this, Master. I'm not strong enough.
No. It is because you're trying to hold it in. Let the dark impulses waken in the pit of your heart. Release them here and now. Sharpen your fear into rage. You must. If you do not let the stone within you run its course, it will wipe you from the face of the world. Make no mistake. Do it.
So question, does that mean Xehanort created Ventus and Vanitas?
Well, I wouldn't say Ventus. As for Vanitas,
He did create him. But Vanitas... Like how
I
does-
don't know where he found Vanitas. In all honesty, I really don't know.
Or how would he know that he was the one that would help forge the X-Blade?
Feckless real fight.
It's not so much knowing, it's so much he believed that he could use him.
The darkness from within you, my son.
Xehanort is sort of like a tacticalist. He has many plans. It's like where one fails, another one comes up from learning that mistake.
And he just take the light out of him, or...
No, he just took a piece of Ven's heart, the part of darkness, rather. You see,
Oh! Well, hi there!
Vanitas is pure darkness, while Ven, where all of his darkness was taken away from him, was nothing but pure light. But that left him shattered because a piece of him was taken apart.
Empty creature from Ventus riven. To you, the name Vanitas shall be given.
Yes, Master.
And that explains where he came from.
And so Xehanort believes that if those two clash and join together, it would forge the Keyblade.
So just turn him into a giant key then.
Then I'll give
Pretty
you
much.
a fight.
What?
So it doesn't matter if, like, he's like the chosen one or anything like that. It's just a matter of finding a Keyblade Master and experimenting to change it to this weapon that no one's never seen.
There, you're gonna see
Precisely.
the choke.
Xehanort is basically a tacticalist, strategist, as well as an
Then
experimentalist.
see how long you play.
And an a-hole.
Pretty much.
Just screwing about with everything.
But that's all Xehanort cares about, is trying to recreate the Keyblade War. He doesn't
So
care.
that way he can find out what happened or how
Yeah.
it happened.
Exactly.
since it's not well documented.
Exactly. It's just pure legend is all it is.
I actually got this.
There are some people out there who don't care for reasons or who don't care for what happens in the process of it. All they care about
It's the end goal and the end result.
bingo.
Also, I love that keyblade there.
That is by far the best looking keyblade out of
I'm
the
actually
game.
understanding this. And yet my brain...
It's hurting still though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit, but I'm learning. I'm understanding. It's actually making sense. Ooh,
Get a closer look at it.
Ooh, it's a pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice. I actually like that design.
Whee!
And now, here we are.
Oh, we just go straight to the Badlands.
Yeah, the first part was all a bunch of explanation before the ending.
But at least it makes sense now.
Yeah.
So, wait. Now I'm confused on something else, because when him and Ventus unites it becomes the weapon, does that mean his heart is... oh yeah, Kid and Mickey. Like, Rox... I understand that his nobody form is Roxas, but like, how does he end up with Sora? Because Sora is a totally different person.
That part, either it will explain in the ending of Ventus' storyline or the ending of the entire Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep storyline. I forgot.
Because that's the part that I'm not understanding. It's like, what does Ventus... How does he become the nobody of Sora if Sora's already his own person and Ventus is his own person?
Allow me to help you in another matter. Okay. As you know, Xehanort possessed Terra, right?
Yeah.
Well, Terra, aka Terranort, aka Xehanort, aka...
Xemnas.
The reason why Xehanort, or Ansem Seeker of Darkness, as well as Xemnas, look like the way they do is because Xehanort possess Terra. So you see, their body looks like Terra, but in reality it is actually Xehanort. So it took the form of that.
Because Terra's soul is no longer in that body, is in the armor.
Precisely.
Which is why he was a secret boss in Kingdom Hearts 2, because that was technically Terra, even though he probably had no reason fighting Sora anyway, I think. Well, anyway, continue.
Okay, so if you remember towards the beginning of Birth by Sleep, Ven was slightly unconscious.
Because he had the daughters taken out of him.
Yes, and he was still broken at the time.
'Cause I'm broken.
But if you've noticed, there was a single light that appeared to Ven when he was in the darkness, in his own heart. That big circle that was white but had a chunk taken apart of him?
Yes.
That signifies his heart, if you remember.
Okay.
So then, that light that appeared...
Remember, don't hit the tornadoes.
I know, I'm going to try not to. It's actually harder than you think.
But continue.
But, at any rate though, basically what happens is... Well, that didn't work very well as I had planned.
If you don't have dash, dang it.
Okay, this might be a little bit easier.
Okay, it's just...
The giant forms are actually easier to take out.
Well, because they're an easier target. But anyway, but like... So that light, he saw... Well,
the light, according to a lot of people's theories, the light that appeared in front of Ven is... daggone these things! Oh, crap. I hate those things, I really do. Anyway, I'll try to explain it as best as I can.
And use simple words.
Basically, according to what people say, that light signifies as a newborn child being born. As the light guides towards Ven's broken heart, it basically allowed it to borrow a piece of itself to rebuild Ven's heart. Wanna know who that light was?
Sora.
Bingo.
Because, well... Because technically this is a few years, because we saw Sora as a kid.
Yes, exactly.
Wait, does that mean Ventus is ageless? Because all that time, because those, I mean, sure, Sora was like maybe 6 or 7, but surely Ventus might have aged a bit or something.
It's kind of hard to say about Ven because even right now I have a hard time trying to figure out Ven's story. But here's the thing, eventually Ven does re-encounter Sora's heart again. And so he stays with Sora, and thus that's why Sora's nobody looks like Ven or Rocket.
Because his heart is in Sora to stay as a placeholder to be safe.
Bingo.
I feel so sorry for Sora.
Oh, trust me, Sora has the biggest burden of them all.
So the Keyblade part of him becoming the Keyblade, he only had that gift only because of Ven being within him, not because of a unique
Allow me to help you in a little bit better sense. Sora has interaction with both Terra, Aqua, and Ven in some form of way, right?
Yeah, we saw Terra with Riku.
So those interactions help, but it's because of Ven that made a bigger impact.
Because since he's inside Sora.
Yes, but because Riku... Because see, Riku was originally supposed to wield the Keyblade first. Riku rejected it, and thus it created the Keyblade for Sora.
Okay.
So originally that Keyblade that Sora wields was Riku, but because Sora has interactions with other Keyblade masters and so on and so forth...
And Aqua said that she gives the Keyblade bearer ability to Sora.
Exactly. In other words, because of the interactions of others as well as a few extra help, the Keyblade that was lost from Riku eventually found its way into Sora.
Plus, Sora's a lot more friendlier chap and more pure of heart than Riku, at least that's in my knowledge anyway.
Yeah.
This is starting to make sense, but at the same time it didn't really need... I guess it's just because of I like simpler stories and stuff, but I don't really... Again, I just don't see why the story need to be so convoluted. Even though now it makes sense now to me.
Well, you can blame that on Nomura and Square Enix for trying to make the story more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah. So, Sora pretty much, all he is just a hiding hole for Ventus.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, Sora's got the short end of the stick.
I know, right?
Man, so this is more or less about... So Ventus is more the main character in this entire series than Sora is.
Actually, everyone plays a certain part, more so than most. And I say more so than most because you know how Xehanort became, well, Terranort and everything like that. But you also know how Ven gets interacted with Sora. But you don't know Aqua's part of the story.
And that helps explain a little bit from Sora's perspective.
It helps explain everything else in the process of it. It more or less finishes it up. It's like whatever remaining questions were left, it explains it in a nice little package.
Okay, my brain is... I'm getting a migraine. Like, I'm literally serious. I'm developing a migraine right now. Trying to process this in.
You sure it isn't the background?
Actually, it's a combination of that and the story, so yeah. Man, this is just getting messed up. Is that
okay?
Please tell me that's the last tornado.
It's not, but hopefully it's the last one we have to deal with to where I can actually get out of this mess. Come on, we're almost there.
Seriously, why did he do that?
Okay. Alright then. Okay. For all intents and purposes, we're gonna go on ahead and see how far we can get. Thankfully, I can actually skip the 2 first cutscenes.
Yeah, cause well, that's just gonna be repeats.
Yeah, because we've already seen them in their full.
It's like, we're done with the deja vu, let's just move along, nothing to see here. Well, the PlayStation Flea is chewing up a whole lot.
Oh gosh.
How about you leave the popsicle with me? So you can go have your little fight with Terra.
What the? How did he get here?
You can't be too
Say
happy
an order.
about him deep sixing your master.
Who are you?
Remember how his eye color was
You
different?
think you two
Yeah.
got some grand
That plays a big important too.
As if. You're only here so that when I finish you off, Terra will succumb to the darkness. So, who wants to go first?
Shut up!
Oh, so this kiddo thinks he's a full-fledged Keyblade wielder. He's got the angry look down.
Go ahead if you want to waste your time. Keep trying to drive us apart with your mind games. It'll never work.
I think it's funny whenever in Kingdom Hearts 2, when Sigbar said the phrase, "you had the same angry look as before," it makes me wonder if he referred to as Roxas or Ven. Because either nobody still have memories of what they were before they lost their hearts. So it makes me wonder. You know?
And Aqua just abandoned Ventus to be freezing cold.
I keep forgetting don't mess with Keyblade wielders. But you know what? That just means I made the right choice. Well, he wanted me to buy time, and I'd say he got it.
What? Ven! Aqua!
Oh shoot.
He is so pissed right now.
Oh, he's very mad.
Oh, he's more than mad. He is pissed off.
What the? Oh crap, now he's serving on a Keyblade. That's just very hipster-like.
Are you quite done?
Oh, dang.
Too slow. Pathetic. Suffer. See ya. Too slow. Gotcha. Too slow.
Oh great, not this surfing again.
See ya. Suffer. See ya. Go. Heal. Heal.
We get it, you can surf. Can you
Could you
stop?
please stop?
Darkness waits. Gotcha. Go. Too slow. Gotcha. Pathetic.
Gotcha.
Ooh, that was a nice finishing blow.
Okay. I was about to say, I'm not gonna let him beat me. Not while I'm this close. Unfortunately, though, that's not where it ends.
Well, I kind of figured as much.
It's usually a 2 or 3 phase boss, right? Now, here's the fucked up part.
Now that my body is about to perish, you and I will have to join together.
What the? What the?
Keyblade will be forged!
Remember, Sora was the one that lent him his light.
So he got his darkness.
The inverse.
Ah! This is fucked up.
Yeah, and he's the creator of the Unverse.
Split into two.
Oh, so the Heartless kind of existed, but then when he was born, he created the Unversed.
My control.
And that's why in Monsters Incorporated you saw a few Unverse in that world.
Hoping to lure you away from home and isolate you from your master. We needed to make you stronger. The Unversed were the perfect opponents. And better yet, no matter how many times you defeat them, their negativity flows right back into me. You never stood a chance against us, Ventus.
You know what's even weirder?
What's that?
He's foisted by...
Haley Joel Osment?
So people said the phrase, I'm surprised no one made the joke of where he's basically arguing with himself. And I'm like, well, they're not wrong. That comment's not wrong. It's like in Monsters Incorporated, Sora and Ventus. It's the same voice actor. He's like arguing with himself.
I'm a dude playing a dude arguing with myself!
Yeah, I guarantee you he looked at the script and he was like, well, I never thought I would say this.
Whoa.
I just think that's funny.
Whew. Okay, I will admit, that's great. But now I understand everything. Ish.
Our union was not finished.
So technically, Ventus is both the darkness to both. Oh.
That's the Keyblade. Unfinished,
Join me,
but it is the Keyblade.
we can complete the Keyblade.
I've got a better idea. How about I destroy you both?
The Keyblade is made of your heart too, idiot. If you destroy it, your heart will vanish forever.
Whatever it takes. Anything to save Terra and Aqua.
It's always about your friends, isn't it?
At least I have some. I've become a part of their heart. Just as they become a part of mine. My friends are my power, and I'm theirs.
Sounds very familiar, isn't it?
Yes, so technically Ventus is both the darkness of both Ventus and Sora. Am I correct so far?
Yep.
Okay. So technically Sora is just a very holy light person.
With very little darkness. Little being the key word.
Huh. And you're gonna have to act very quickly. And he's toast.
Not the end yet. This is where it gets harder.
Oh. Wait, why is he on the logo? His HP is at the lowest. What else can you do?
Still this!
This is, you know, this just beginning it feels like it's more and more like how you can't finish a boss unless you have a finishing combo, but even worse.
There we go! And it's over!
For some reason, this was much more easier than the Terranaut fight.
Mostly because I leveled up.
And you've gone cuckoo crazy.
Do you blame me?
No, I don't. I don't blame you at all.
I like this part, this is funny.
Hey, Ventus, lean!
Like I said, it's funny. It's funny how he just like completely like
I know this is supposed to be a somber moment, but that was great.
I know, right? And because of this action, it kind of destroyed Ven in a way, but that's where the light migrates to Sora comes into play.
So pretty much in Kingdom Hearts 3, the whole thing is trying to figure out how to get Roxas back, or like Ventus back, right?
Pretty much.
Of course, Sora doesn't know that he's called Ventus. Ven. He doesn't know if he's called Ven. He just calls him Roxas.
Pretty much, yeah.
Huh.
I
actually understand everything now.
You see, in Kingdom Hearts 3, in one of the trailers, it's talked about how Sora is trying to bring Roxas back, but by doing that, he would have to succumb to darkness, thus creating nobody. But I guarantee you he doesn't realize that technically Ven is inside of him.
Wait, then how can Venus show up in that new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer if he's, well, defeated?
I have a theory. And this takes...
Deus Ex Machina.
Oh. Does it show? It does. It does show, doesn't it?
What?
It shows him going to Sora. At least I think it does. Didn't think it would.
This place. I've been here so long. I remember now. This is your heart.
And that would be Sora's.
But how is Ventus being able to come back?
A quick spoiler alert, it involves time traveling.
I want to do middle finger so bad.
I only...
Because that is forced beyond belief.
Only because of the fact that is in Dream Drop Distance. Remember how I told you that that is like the biggest thing? And yes, it does tick me off too. But, in a sense, it does help explain a few things here and there.
No, it freaking doesn't!
Well, in a sense, it has to make sense in order for everybody to be coming back.
Oh, well, that was the hint right there. Harry Joe Osment, there he is. I didn't even figure that. Like, wow, bother.
But yeah. That's... Any questions before I end the video here?
No, I'm just excited to play Aqua Story. And, whew. Yeah, I'm gonna be... I'm not looking forward to Dream Drop Distance. I'm not looking forward to Dream Drop Distance. I'm not.
The entire time I've been telling him this, Daniel's been like, no, nope, 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 nope.
I hate this, I hate it.
But anyway, though, that's going to be it for this video. We will see you in the next video where we will start an Aqua Story. Till then, this is BlackCross and Dal Marr, signing off.
Goodbye!
Take care, guys.